Hi, it's Jim. Just a reminder to check out CDW Canada Tech Talks. If you're passionate about technology and innovation, this is the podcast for you. Join host KJ Burke as he and industry experts dive into the latest trends, insights, and strategies shaping the tech landscape in Canada. From hybrid cloud to AI adoption, CDW Canada Tech Talks covers it all. Don't miss out. Visit cdw.ca Tech Talks to tune in today. There's a link in the show notes as well. And now, back to our regularly scheduled programming. Early results for Microsoft's October Patch Tuesday are causing headaches. A second major Chrome update in 10 days for 4 new high-severity vulnerabilities. CIRA publishes their annual cybersecurity study with some surprises. World's major security agencies are publishing a report on Active Directory, and the FCC is clamping down on telecoms. This is Cybersecurity Today. Let's get into it. Microsoft's latest Patch Tuesday preview for Windows 11 KB 5043145 has sparked a series of headaches for users and admins alike. Released as an optional preview ahead of October's full update, the patch has caused severe stability issues, including repeated device restarts, blue or green screens, and systems stuck in unresponsiveness. Some users even report BitLocker recovery being triggered, USB and Wi-Fi malfunctions, and boot failures. The update was intended to introduce helpful features such as local file sharing from search results and a new sign-out command in the Start menu. However, given the track record of bugs in Microsoft updates, many users are wary about opting in. If you've installed this update and experience issues, rolling back the update may be the recommended fix. Since Patch Tuesday is usually the second Tuesday of the month, Microsoft has until October 8th to get these issues fixed, but you might want to exercise a bit of caution with this patch. Back when I headed IT, we'd hold back a couple of days on running patches just to be sure. Testing before you apply it widely may be another option. Testing before you apply it widely may be another potential option. I'd love to hear what others do in similar circumstances, and you can write me confidentially at editorial@technewsday.ca. If you use Google Chrome in Windows, Mac, Linux, or Android, there's an urgent security warning you need to know about. Google has confirmed 4 new high-severity vulnerabilities in its Chrome browser, prompting the release of version 129.0, 6668.70, and .71. This marks the second major security update in just 10 days, so don't get it confused. This is the second one, and it's a strong reminder of the importance of keeping your browser up to date. Unlike iOS users who seem to be unaffected by this wave of security flaws, users on other platforms are at risk and should update their browsers immediately. Google is withholding details about these vulnerabilities until the majority of Chrome users have had the chance to protect themselves. If you haven't already, take a moment to check for updates and secure your browser against these latest threats. The Canadian Internet Registration Authority, CIRA, kicked off Cybersecurity Awareness Month with its annual cybersecurity survey, highlighting the broader impact of cyber attacks on Canadian businesses. The report found the cost of a cyber attack go far beyond ransom payments, with many companies experiencing loss of customers, reputational damage, and significant operational setbacks. According to CIRA's findings, over a quarter of businesses lose customers due to cyber incidents. Nearly 3/4 of businesses hit by ransomware had their data stolen, and 79% of those opted to pay the ransom, typically between $25,000 and $100,000. Despite organizations claiming they typically pay these ransoms, 3/4 or 74% would support legislation that would prohibit ransom payments. Beyond the ransom costs, 2 in 10 companies also face direct financial impacts, including loss of revenue, 26%, and recovery expenses, 27%. Recovery times are relatively swift for many, with 72% of businesses reporting that their IT systems were back to pre-incident capacity within a month. However, the increase in reputational damage has been striking, quadrupling since 2018. The survey underscores that cyber attacks not only drain financial resources, but also erode customer trust, business growth, and years of progress. There's some great data in this report, but I have to confess that I'm shocked at how many businesses claim to have paid a ransom. It goes against what we've been seeing in other research reports. But we've been in contact with CIRA, and they've promised us an interview if we can get them online, and I'll ask them about this and run something on the Friday or the weekend edition as an update. A group of security agencies, including Canada, Australia, the US, UK, and others, have issued a report called Detecting and Mitigating Active Directory Compromises. It focuses on identifying and addressing the vulnerabilities in Microsoft's Active Directory, or AD for short. The report covers 17 common techniques used by malicious actors to compromise AD, providing an overview of each and offering mitigation strategies. Active Directory is crucial for authentication and authorization in IT networks, making it a prime target for cyber attacks. According to the report, susceptibility arises from the permissive default settings, complex relationships and permissions, legacy protocol support, and a lack of security diagnostic tools. The document claims that every AD user has permissions to discover and exploit weaknesses, contributing to a large attack surface. Some of the key areas covered include understanding Active Directory, mitigating compromises, securing privileged access, tools for protection, and more. The document also offers a detailed analysis of various attacks and their detection, as well as logging strategies and event IDs for detecting these compromises. It includes appendices on security controls and AD event monitoring for robust AD security. I make no claim to being an Active Directory expert. I can only say that I've lived through one major attack and recovery. But these appear to be very reputable sources, and this looks to be a very comprehensive work. There's a link in the show notes for those who are interested. T-Mobile has agreed to pay $31.5 million to settle an investigation by the Federal Communications Commission over 4 data breaches that compromised millions of U.S. customers' personal information. The breaches, occurring between 2021 and 2023, involved incidents including an API flaw and a sales application breach, prompting the FCC's Enforcement Bureau to act. As part of the settlement, T-Mobile will pay a $15.75 million civil penalty to the U.S. Treasury and invest an equal amount in cybersecurity improvements. These enhancements include adopting modern security frameworks like Zero Trust architecture and multi-factor authentication to resist phishing attacks. T-Mobile is also committed to providing regular cybersecurity updates to its board of directors, minimizing and properly disposing of customer data, tracking critical network assets, and conducting independent third-party security audits. Today's mobile networks are top targets for cyber criminals, said FCC Chair Jessica Rosenworcel. Customers' data is too important and too sensitive to receive anything less than the best cybersecurity protections. The FCC's Privacy and Data Protection Task Force, which played a central role in this investigation, previously reached settlements with AT&T, $13 million, and Verizon subsidiary TracFone for $16 million earlier this year. In addition, the FCC fined the top U.S. wireless carriers nearly $200 million in April for sharing real-time location data without customer consent. And that's our show for today. Thanks to our sponsors CDW and KJ Burke's CDW Canada Tech Talks. Check it out if you get the chance. You can find it, like us, on Spotify, Apple, or wherever you get your podcasts. And you can find links to the reports and other details in our show notes at technewsday.com or .ca, take your pick. You can reach me at editorial, but it has to be at technewsday.ca. I'm your host, Jim Love. Thanks for listening.